Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after pennies in American history, the 1962 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny coin, originally worth just 1 cent, is now making headlines with a value that could reach up to $6 million. First, let's take a quick look at the history behind the Lincoln penny, which has been in circulation since 1909. This iconic coin features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, and it was the first American coin to bear the image of a president. Now, fast forward to 1962. It was a time when the United States was gearing up for the space race, John F. Kennedy was president, and America was booming with optimism. The Denver Mint, which is where the D on the penny comes from, was producing millions of these coins, but there was something unique about a few of them. Little did anyone know that one small batch from that year would go on to become incredibly valuable. So, why is this penny from 1962 so special? The answer lies in two key factors: condition and rarity. While the Denver Mint produced millions of 1962 pennies, only a handful have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. And that's where the big money comes in. The highest graded versions of this penny, those that have been meticulously preserved, showing no wear and tear, are incredibly rare. Coin collectors and investors place huge value on mint state coins, especially those graded by top institutions like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. In fact, one such 1962 D Lincoln penny was recently graded as a mint state 67 plus red. What does that mean? Simply put, it's almost perfect. This grading has pushed the market value of the penny up to an astonishing $6 million. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, do I have a 1962 D penny worth millions? Let's walk through what you should look for if you have a 1962 penny lying around. First, make sure it has the D Mint mark, which is located just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. Next, condition is everything. If your penny is scratched, worn, or has any visible damage, it's likely not going to be worth much. However, if your penny looks shiny and has retained its red copper color, you might be in luck. Another key feature to look for is whether the coin has any errors. Error coins, those with misstrikes or doubling, can be worth even more. While not every 1962 D penny has these errors, it's worth taking a close look at your coin with a magnifying glass or getting it professionally appraised. Now, if you think your penny might be in great condition, the next step is to have it graded by professionals. This is where coin grading services like PCGS or NGC come into play. Grading can make a huge difference in determining the final value of your penny. The process involves experts carefully inspecting your coin for any imperfections, checking its authenticity, and assigning it a grade on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer the grade is to 70, the more valuable the coin. Coins in the range of mint state 65 and above can fetch thousands, even millions, of dollars. So, where does this $6 million figure come from? Recently, a top-graded 1962 D Lincoln penny was sold at auction for an eye-watering amount. The exact price has been the subject of debate, but reports estimate it could go up to $6 million due to its rarity and perfect condition. This sale set a record for the highest price ever paid for a Lincoln penny, and it's an incredible example of how something so small can hold so much value. With collectors constantly searching for the next big find, the demand for high-grade, rare coins like this is at an all-time high. Right now, the market for rare coins is booming. While not every 1962 D penny will sell for millions, coins in excellent condition can still fetch a hefty price. For example, a 1962 D Lincoln penny in mint state 65 can go for anywhere between $50 to $300. But if you hit the jackpot with a mint state 67 plus red, you're looking at the big leagues, potentially in the millions. If you think you have a valuable penny, there are a few ways to sell it. You could go through a reputable auction house, list it with a certified coin dealer, or even use online auction sites like eBay, just be sure to have your coin professionally appraised and graded beforehand to get the best possible price. So, there you have it, the incredible story of how a 1962 mint mark penny could be worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone curious about what might be in your change jar, it's always worth taking a second look. Who knows, maybe you're sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. We're diving deep into a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, the 1964 mint mark Lincoln penny. This little piece of history is not just any penny, it's one that has the potential to be worth a staggering $5 million, yes, you heard that right. So, stick around as we uncover the fascinating story behind this coin, its rarity, and why it commands such high value in today's market. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since its inception in 1909, featuring the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a simple wheat design on the reverse until 1958. In 1959, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which continued through to 2008. But what makes the 1964 mint mark penny particularly special? Minted in Denver, Colorado, this coin was produced during a time of significant change in the United States. The 1960s marked a decade of social upheaval, economic challenges, and a shift in cultural norms. The coin itself is made from a copper composition, which was standard for pennies until 1982 when the composition changed to zinc. In total, over 2.8 billion Lincoln pennies were minted in 1964. However, the 1964 penny is particularly sought after because of its rarity, especially in high-grade condition. During the minting process, there were a few mishaps that led to coins being produced with imperfections, making certain specimens more desirable than others. One of the most notable characteristics of some 1964 pennies is the presence of a double die, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once. This error creates a distinctive appearance in the lettering and details, making these pennies highly coveted among collectors. While most 1964 pennies are relatively common, those with error features or in pristine condition can fetch exorbitant prices. It's crucial to differentiate between an ordinary penny and one that has the potential to be worth thousands or even millions. Now, let's talk about the money. As of now, the current market value for an average 1964 penny is just a few cents. However, the rare error coins can sell for thousands. In fact, a few years ago, a specific 1964 penny was sold at auction for a whopping $5 million. This transaction sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. This particular penny was graded at MS-68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, meaning it's nearly perfect. The rarity and condition of this coin dramatically impacted its value, showing just how important grading is in the world of coin collecting. So, how can you identify if you have a valuable 1964 penny? First, start by checking the mint mark. The D on the reverse, located just below the date, indicates it was minted in Denver. Next, examine the overall condition of your coin. Look for scratches, wear, and discoloration. Coins graded MS-65 and above are considered high quality and more desirable. Finally, check for any noticeable errors. If you suspect your penny might have double die features or any other minting errors, consult with a professional or use reputable online resources for guidance. As we look to the future, the value of rare coins like the 1964 penny could continue to rise. Collectors are becoming more interested in pieces with unique histories and characteristics, and with the increasing digitization of currency, physical coins could become even more valuable over time. Experts predict that as younger generations become more involved in coin collecting, the demand for rare pieces will surge, further driving up their market value. We're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics and exploring a specific coin that many people might overlook, the 1968 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. Believe it or not, this coin could be worth a whopping $4 million. So, stick around as we uncover the secrets of this remarkable penny, its history, and why it commands such a high value in today's market. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's jump right in. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of American currency since its introduction in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the famous wheat ears design on the reverse until 1959, when it was changed to the Lincoln Memorial. But what's so special about the 1968 penny? Well, it's all about the mint marks and the circumstances surrounding their production. Mint marks are small letters found on coins that indicate where they were produced. For the Lincoln penny, the mint marks are as follows. In 1968, the majority of Lincoln pennies were minted in Denver and Philadelphia. However, it's the San Francisco mint mark, S, that collectors are particularly interested in, as it's much rarer. Now, what makes the 1968 S Lincoln penny so valuable? In 1968, the U.S. Mint produced a significant number of pennies, but only a few of these had the S mint mark. In fact, it's estimated that there were only about 2.4 million of the 1968 S pennies minted. That may sound like a lot, but in the world of coin collecting, this amount is relatively low. Moreover, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that are in mint condition, those that look as good as the day they were struck, are going to be worth much more than those that are worn or damaged. Now, let's talk about the current market value. In recent years, the 1968 S Lincoln penny has seen its value soar. While most 1968 pennies may only be worth a few cents, those pristine S mint mark coins can fetch staggering prices. Just to give you an idea, a 1968 S penny in gem uncirculated condition can sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, there have been reports of sales reaching up to $4 million for particularly rare specimens. So, what should you look for if you think you might have one of these valuable coins? Let's break it down. Here are some tips to help you identify whether you might have a 1968 S penny worth a fortune. Look at the reverse side of the coin to find the mint mark. Remember, you're looking for the S to signify it was minted in San Francisco. The better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Look for signs of wear, scratches, or tarnishing. A coin graded MS 65 or higher is considered mint condition and will command a higher price. If you think you have a rare coin, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a company like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A high-grade coin will fetch a much higher price on the market. The market for coins can be volatile, so it's essential to stay informed about trends. Currently, the demand for rare coins is high, and more collectors are entering the market every day. So, there you have it. The 1968 S Lincoln penny is not just a piece of currency, it's a potential treasure that could be hiding in your pocket change. With a current market value reaching up to $4 million, it's worth taking a closer look at your spare change. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1975 Lincoln penny, specifically the mint mark variations and why some of them are worth an astonishing amount of money, up to $3 million. So, let's get started. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and since then, it has become a staple of American currency. The coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced a staggering number of pennies, totaling over 4 billion. Most of these coins were made with a copper composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, this was also a time of change, as the minting processes were evolving. Let's focus on the mint marks. The 1975 Lincoln pennies were minted at 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Mint marks are important because they indicate where a coin was produced. The Philadelphia mint mark is represented by no mint mark, Denver is marked with a D, and San Francisco is denoted by an S. Collectors often look for specific mint marks because they can significantly affect a coin's value. Let's break down the variations of the 1975 penny. While most 1975 pennies are worth just a few cents, there are some rare varieties that can fetch a high price. For example, the 1975 Lincoln penny is the first one we'll discuss. This coin was produced in limited quantities for collectors and can be worth between $1.50 to $50, depending on its condition. Another notable variety is the 1975 double die obverse penny, which features a noticeable doubling of the letters and date on the front. This coin can be valued at several hundred to thousands of dollars, depending on its grade. Finding one of these can be like hitting the jackpot. But what makes some 1975 pennies worth so much money? It's all about rarity and demand. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are not only rare but also in excellent condition. The condition of a coin is graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Now, let's talk about that jaw-dropping claim of a 1975 penny being worth $3 million. It's important to clarify that this valuation pertains to a specific 1975 penny that was accidentally minted without the intended copper composition. Instead, it was struck in a unique alloy, making it an extraordinary find. Coins like these are often sold at auction to collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces of history. In fact, this particular penny gained notoriety in the numismatic community and has become the holy grail for many collectors. It's a reminder that not all coins are created equal. Look for the D or S on the reverse side of the coin. Use a magnifying glass to look for any doubling in the letters or numbers. Examine the coin for wear and tear. Coins in mint condition are always more valuable. Websites like eBay and coin auction sites can give you an idea of what similar coins are selling for. If you believe you have a valuable 1975 penny, where can you sell it? You have several options. You can take it to a local coin shop, participate in coin shows, or list it on online marketplaces. Just make sure to get it appraised by a professional if you suspect it's worth a significant amount. We're diving deep into a topic that might surprise you, the 1984 mint mark 1-cent Lincoln penny. You heard that right, this little coin has been known to fetch some serious cash in the collector's market. In fact, some rare editions of this penny are valued at an astonishing $2 million. So stick around as we explore why this penny is worth so much and how you can tell if you have one that might be hiding in your change jar. First, let's take a brief history lesson. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin has become a staple in American currency. Throughout the decades, it has gone through various design changes, but the classic image of Lincoln remains a constant. Now, let's focus specifically on the 1984 penny. In this year, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these coins. Most of them are made of copper-plated zinc, but what sets some of them apart is the mint mark. Depending on where they were minted, you might find a P for Philadelphia, an D for Denver, or a S for San Francisco. Typically, the coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints are less valuable, but the ones from San Francisco can be worth a pretty penny, literally. So, what's the big deal about the 1984 penny? Well, there are a few factors that contribute to its high value. The most notable is the 1984 double die obverse. This is a minting error where the design was stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the date and inscriptions on the front. These errors are extremely rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. To give you an idea of how much these doubled die pennies can sell for, they have been known to auction for upwards of $2 million. That's right, what seems like just a small piece of change could potentially change your life if you happen to find one of these. Now, let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1984 penny. Here are some steps to follow. Look for the mint mark on the reverse side, just below the 1 cent. If it has an S, you might be looking at something valuable, especially if it's a special edition. Take a close look at the date and the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." If you see any doubling, it could be a double die penny. A jeweler's loupe can help you see the details more clearly. If you notice a ghostly image of the date or lettering next to the original, you might have a winner. The better the condition of the coin, the more it's worth. Look for any signs of wear or damage. As of now, the current market for a standard 1984 Lincoln penny is relatively low, typically around 1 cent. However, the rare varieties can reach staggering amounts. As mentioned, some of the doubly stamped coins have been sold for $2 million or more at auctions. Prices fluctuate, so it's always a good idea to check with trusted numismatic sources or auction results to get the latest valuations. If you believe you have a valuable 1984 penny, you might be wondering how to sell it. Here are some tips: visit a local coin dealer or a professional appraiser. They can give you a good idea of the value and authenticity. Websites like eBay can be great platforms to sell coins. Just make sure to include clear photos and a detailed description. Attending a coin show can put you in contact with serious buyers and collectors looking for rare coins. So there you have it. The 1984 mint Mark Lincoln penny might seem like just another piece of change, but for the savvy collector, it can hold tremendous value. Keep an eye out for those rare mint marks and minting errors, and who knows, you might just discover a hidden treasure in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share your own coin hunting stories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.